Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just 1 second. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Greetings. This is the official start of New Year's, where institutions are actually doing stuff. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's well. Sorry, I'm a minute or two late. I've got my assistant Mia here. She's on my sweatshirt helping me out. I hope everybody is doing great today. Let's say hello to everybody. And by the way, today's the last day that I look like a shaggy dog. I'm getting a haircut today, finally. Can't wait. Devin, Brendan, good morning. Steve, John, David, Ed, Stacy, Rihanna, James, Adrian, Genevieve, Kurt, Arnulfo, Dave, Art, George, Lloyd, Richard, Tom, Dave, Ivano, Javad, Angie, Charlie, Lewis, Omar. Good morning, Omar, and congratulations, Mr. $7 million man. I'll post you guys the updates later that I got from Omar. Actually, you know what? I'm very excited about this, Omar. This is fantastic. Here, let me just go to my emails real quick. It's the first thing I looked at when I woke up this morning. Right here. There we go. There you go. Congrats, Omar. Congrats. Congrats. And hopefully I've been able to help you. I've been following Omar every trade he's done. So congrats, Omar. You're doing fantastic. You are doing fantastic, my friend. Um, we've got Lloyd, Richard, Tom, Dave, Ivano, Javad, Angie, Clyde, Louis, Omar, Lawrence, Robert, Chris, Carlos. Good morning, Carlos, and happy hump day to you too. I can't believe it's hump day, actually. It feels like a Tuesday or a Monday. I don't know where this week is going. Gregory, Manuel, you should have seen me haul ass yesterday to the office. Bernie the Bear, Cheese Grade Trader, Duzzy, Tom, Hefe, Pat, Jason, Pete, David, William. Good morning, William. Walter, Victor, Ray, Jesse, Penny. Good morning, Penny. Good to see you. And your haircut looks great. AG Koopa is here. Stan, Dave, Richard, Jeff, Florin, Lloyd, Wade, Robert, Bill, Minnesota Matt, Kevin, Doug, Murray. Good morning, Murray. Yeah, it's going to be nice today. I'm wearing a t-shirt today, actually. Russ is here. Good morning, Russ. John, George, Don, Harold. Shamenz is in the house. Mookie, Al. Let's see. We got a lot of people here is what we got. I love it. I love it. Oh, Mia is very happy. Mia is very happy that the wife is back. Oh, yeah, my wife is back. She came back last night at around midnight. We got Yuri. Good morning, Yuri. Good to see you here. Happy New Year's to you. Gregory. Good day to you, Gregory. Trone, thanks for the nice email yesterday. I appreciate it. Dave, I got a lot of really nice emails yesterday. Yesterday we were on fire in the pit. Dan, Kurt, CJ, Eduardo, Hopium Addict, Julio, Steve, Henry, Randy, Stefan, Jeremiah, Robert, Eagle Beagle, good morning to you. Delbert, Deanna, Ralph, Jody, Frex, Bulldog Writer, Sergey, Kevin. Good morning, Kevin. Leo, Steve, Frank, Colette, Steve, Devin, Hopium Addict, Arnolfo, Paul, Becky. Yeah, I really need a haircut. This is the longest I've gotten without a haircut in a long time. High Grounder, Jason, Don, Acme Football Kicker, Minnesota Matt, Eduardo, Mark, Delbert, Frank, Rick, Shamenz, Naples fan, Ivan, Dragon Don is here, Bobby, Culp, Greg, Leo. Hey, Leo, Jeff, Lloyd, Harry, Naples fan. Yeah, she came back. She had a great time, and she got me a cool T-shirt. I'm going to wear it tomorrow, actually. And hey, Harry, how are you? Good to see everybody here. Welcome. If you're just coming in here right now, and I know a lot of you are just coming in here right now, just a friendly reminder, please go to your Gearbox. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Charles. Please make sure you're watching. See how I'm on auto mode? You don't want to be on auto mode. You want to be right here, okay? You want to be right here, 1080p, okay? 1080p, okay? So don't settle for auto mode, 1080p. And if you guys are getting benefit out of this, give us one thumbs up and join our channel, subscribe, join so you guys will get notified when we post new things. All right, let's begin. Got a few things to talk to you guys about today. Now, something I wanted to bring up real quick, and I want to ask you guys a question. Do you guys remember when energy prices were going up the last 2 days? What I told you? Fox and a hen hound. Remember that? And I said ultimately energy prices are going to go weak. I said it's like giving me access to your bank account and going on vacation. Do you guys remember me saying that? Nobody was saying that except me. I looked at every media source and oil is up, oil is up, oil is up, right? Let me read something to you. And by the way, this is a good reason to come here. Just want to read this to you. Oil prices fell on Wednesday after President Trump said Venezuela's interim authorities would turn over 30 to 50 barrels of crude oil to the U.S. Trump said in social that he has directed Energy Secretary immediately carry out his plan for shipping oil directly to U.S. docks. Gee, I wonder who saw that one coming 2 days ago. Do you guys remember? We talked about it on Monday. We talked about it on Tuesday. I was cracking up talking about foxes and the hen hound. Oil is down again. Did you guys do you guys remember that? Yeah. Okay. Not one analyst in this world was talking about that for some unknown reason. Like it didn't exist, like it wasn't happening. It was the most amazing thing. People have no common sense in this world. Good morning. So just want to make sure it's a good reason. You got that news here 2 days ago. I gave you that news 2 days ago. Not an hour ago, 2 days ago, Monday morning. And I was cracking up about it. Do you remember what I was saying? Fox and the hen hound. It's like giving me access to your bank account and going on vacation. I mean, this is exactly what I was saying the last 2 days, right? You look at the review. I was cracking up about this. Anyways, just wanted to bring that out to you. I'm going to bring up three things today that nobody else is going to show you, okay? But was I telling you about this 48 hours ago? Yes, I was. All right, now let's begin the session. So markets are a little down today. They're a little soft on the tech side, but they're pretty firm on the Dow. I've been noticing this the last couple of days. We've been getting this divergence. This is not good. Whenever you have one major index down and another major index up, it creates friction for obvious reasons because you have ETFs that have shares of both and they create this type of an environment. Okay? All right. All right. Okay. So very important. Something that I told you 2 days ago was going to happen. Okay. As far as Fed data is concerned, we got factory orders. This is a delayed report. It's not going to have any impact, or at least it shouldn't have any impact. Okay. But we do have ADP report, which is going to reflect on Friday's employment situation. How often is it correct? About 50% of the time. Not often enough, but it does move the market a little bit. It's happening in about 3 minutes. Matter of fact, I should probably put on the bond market for this event. Hold on a second here. I put on my TC 2000. But yeah, and we have JOLTS at 10 a.m. These two reports, this is job openings, this is ADP employment situation. They could move the bond market, okay, more than the stock market. Please keep an eye. Please keep an eye. Here, let me just move this here. Let's move that here. put this here. Let's keep an eye on the bond market while this is going on. The bond market has been going up. It looks like it's bottoming out here, although this is not convincing me of anything. We broke this low, now we're going up. Let's see if we can break above 87.50 with this news, or if this news takes us down. I'll just put it right here to the side of me so I can keep track of it, okay? Richard, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Good morning, Richie. Whitco's here. Kai, Pierre Brock, Richie, Martin. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Martin. Happy New Year's to you. Joe, good morning. Harley, good morning. Jim, good morning. But again, I hate to say I told you so, but I did. Not yesterday, not this morning. 2 days ago, I told you that. So we have ADP, we have ISM, we have Jolts, and we have Bowman speaking. I'm not really expecting the Fed to really do anything because there's really no controversy right now about interest rates. We're all kind of on the same page. There's not really much there. Good morning, Gordon. Brian, good morning to you. All right. So ADP in about 3 minutes. Bond market's been moving up since 11:15, since yesterday. It's been moving up actually yesterday since 11 in the morning. It's been moving straight up. Let me see how it's been doing overnight. Hold on. Let's see here. That's been moving up overnight too. Gapped up. Here's on the 5 minute. Gapped up and moving up. So this is great for tech stocks and retailers. This is nice. By the way, this is a four screen, what I was talking about. Daily 15-minute, 5 minute, and 1 minute. And I have my screeners here with the previous highs. I'll create something like this for you guys. But this is what I use to track small caps in the morning, as I described to you. So we'll keep an eye on the bond market. So Bowman speaking today. We got Jolts and we have ADP. Bond market. Well, the bond market is in the upper end of this channel, and I'm hoping that we bust through and go up. But remember, with this channel is a pretty long-term development. We don't really have any major Fed data till Friday, and we still have to overcome the 200-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average. So we've got a lot of that here to overcome. Good for you, Stefan. Good for you. Ron, HG, good morning, HG. Rod, good morning to you. That's okay. That's okay. Good morning, Carla. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. A lot of people coming in a few minutes. Am I early today, or people are just coming in a few minutes late today? All right. All right. So we're on the upper end of this channel. Just keep in mind, and we have a lot of resistance. I would like nothing better than for us to be here, but this is a pretty strong downtrend. And again, we need a fundamental change right now in the way we look at interest rates. And I'm not really seeing one on the horizon. It doesn't mean we're not going to break out, but I'm just letting you know. We've got the 200-day right above us here, okay? And that's not beautiful. And then we have all this. Good morning, everybody. SB, good morning. Mike, good morning. Robert, good morning. Good morning, everybody. US dollar. US dollar continues. This is what I'm fearful that we're going to see on the bond market. You see how, so this is the 100-day. See how on the bond we have the 200-day right above this channel? Look at US dollars. See, we have this channel and we have the 200, pretty much same thing except the 100 and the 50s here and the 200 here. And on the US dollar, you have the 100 here, 250 here, but it's the same pattern. See, we have a strong downtrend, right? See how we broke out, but the 100-day is holding right now, and it's preventing us from going higher, or at least really, this price action is very sheepish. There's no big bars. We wicked out here. So what I'm fearful is that we're going to see the same thing in the bond market. We're going to come out. A lot of folks are going to think we're bullish, and we're just going to consolidate around the 200-day moving average. Exactly like what we're seeing on the. So look, this is what the bond market looks like right now. Look, see that? This is what it looks like right now. And I'm fearful that it may just kind of look like this, where it appears like it's going up, but it's really just going sideways. And again, I'm being very nitpicky here, but that's what I'm talking about. The report had no impact on bonds, like zero impact on bonds, like it didn't even happen. Okay. Let's see if it had any impact on the SPY. Yeah, this little thing right here. Nothing really to write home about. Volume is good. Yeah, not volume is coming in. A little bearish. This is my level from yesterday, by the way, my high that I told you guys to watch. These are my levels from yesterday. Look at the highs, look at the lows, and look at where we're at right now. These are levels I drew 23 and a half hours ago for you. For those who are doubtful that my levels work, although not nobody actually told me that. I'm just saying if you guys think that. It looks like on a 1 minute it's coming back up. So really no news, no news, no news at all. No impact. No major impact. Yeah, no impact on bonds. All right. So that's what I'm thinking with the dollar right here. There's two channels with the down channel being longer in time frame, but we have enough data to say we're in a trading range. We're in a trading range, yeah. Uh, no, 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 no. Lawrence, good morning. ADP, yeah, yeah. Nothing crazy. Gold. I still like the gold, even though we're down today. We're just kind of hovering around the 8 day and the VWAP level. I'm still bullish on gold. Nothing has changed. Um, Gold has to break this level right here for me to start getting bearish. It hasn't done that yet. As soon as it starts breaking this level, um, right here. Okay, so we're still bullish on gold. Nothing changed. Crude oil. I hate to say I told you so, and I really do hate to say I told you so, and I'm not trying to rub it in or anything like that, but I told you it was a farce. I mean, I don't know how the analysts didn't see it. Like it was just so it was just as obvious to me. This thing with oil was as obvious to me as what happened with Dodge and Elon Musk, and it's about as obvious to me as what's going to happen with the tariffs in the Supreme Court. But what do I know, right? I'm just following the most obvious, the obvious thing. But anyway, we're back down. Crude oil is down. We already know why. We'll talk about that for people who are just coming in right now. Um, by the way, folks, today in the VIP room, I'm going to give you an earnings update. I'll give you a full earnings update. Okay. And I'll talk about how to set stop losses on the small caps. Okay. I'm not watching that stock glue. I've never traded that stock. Here is Customer Service Live. Today is Wednesday. I don't know what they're going to talk about today, but maybe Cam and Gustavo can tell us. 1 second here. Wait, something here to tell. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where are we? All right. What happens when crude oil comes down? When crude oil comes down, nothing happens. I mean, can you be a little more specific? Hey, Cam, good morning to you. Yeah, here's the link to Customer Service Live. And here's the link to my free Telegram channel where I post levels, give you all the goodies that you need. Dashboard and Trading View, very nice, very nice. By the way, we fixed the Pro Trader dashboard on Trading View. It actually wasn't broken. There was just a new thing. You need to just click on a few things. We showed Cam, and I'm sure he showed Gustavo yesterday. But the Pro Trader dashboard works perfectly on Trading View. There's no problems. The Trading View got updated, and you need to press There's 3 buttons you need to press. That's all. Nothing is not working. It's just an update to Trading View. Just FYI. Okay. Yeah, oil down helps inflation lowers inflation. But it also isn't really great for the economy because it's showing that we have an oversupply. It's great for getting Putin and Ukraine to stop this war. China. China is cooling off. It went above the 200. It went above. It looked like it was about to break out, and now we're back in the range. So China is in the doghouse right now. Bitcoin. Remember Venezuela, energy prices, all that stuff I was telling you that I don't believe this is going to be a real major breakout, that we have the 100-day here, that we're not going to get above the channel, that I wouldn't be looking to buy Bitcoin. I'd be looking for selling pressure because energy prices are going to go lower. blah, 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 Venezuela. Remember, I said I don't think this is going to be a major catalyst. We need to break above this level. Yesterday, we couldn't. Today, already we're lower, and volume is already lower. So I think this is the upper end of the range, unless crude oil really is going to go down. If crude oil really starts dumping, and I don't think it is, I think it's just going to be kind of precipitous move. Then Bitcoin will go up because Bitcoin, remember, is mined by energy prices. So if energy prices really dump, this will start going up. Okay. Yeah, just TradingView. It worked. It never broke for folks thought that TradingView Pro Trader dashboard scanner was broken. TradingView just upgraded, and you need to just press three buttons on the right to make sure the scanner's on. That's all. Nothing is broken. No code has been changed. No children have been hurt in the experiment. It just nothing happened. Okay, just FYI. Okay. All right. So yeah, we talked about Bitcoin. We talked about China. Let's talk a little about catalysts. Let's talk about catalysts. Let me see what the market's doing. The bond market's doing nothing. I mean, we're not doing anything here. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, just actually bond market's just going higher, which is great. Yeah, just kind of stuck in going higher a little bit. Nothing major. Nothing major here. One second, one second, one second. Okay. All right. All right. Let's begin. Does anybody want to give me catalysts? Catalysts, catalysts, catalysts. Let me see if anything has been changed here while I do that. See, remember, I go right here. I go right here, just so you guys know. This is the sheet that I read off every morning right here. Okay, I got Decker, I got Humana. Mobley's not in the S&P 500. Yeah. Okay, I didn't miss anything. So let's begin. Oh, Minnesota Matt is coming in hot. We got Fed data, consumer discretionary, healthcare, and crude oil inventories. Minnesota Matt, look right here what I've got. Look what I got right here. You could see it right here. Right there. Exactly what you said right there. My catalyst list right here. I got oil, Fed, consumer discretionary, and healthcare. So you guys see I'm not making this up right here. Look at my catalyst right there. It's exactly what Matt just said. Not in the same order, but it's exactly what he just said. Fed data, consumer discretionary, healthcare, and crude oil inventories. Good job. Good job. Mr. Charles, Japan is not a catalyst today. Cats, I don't know what cats have to do with anything. Cats are always a catalyst. But altogether, the three of you guys got it right. Walter, Minnesota Matt, Hefe said Fed added the balance sheet yesterday for the first time in a long time. Calling reserve purchase, any insight? No, I have no insight into that at all. Zero insight. I wish I did, Hefe. I don't have any insight. All right. If I did, I'd be the first person to tell you. So we're down just a hair this morning. Just a hair, nothing crazy. Bonds are limiting losses in the S&P, which is fantastic. It should also spruce the tech a little bit or the small caps a little bit, which are also down today. We'll talk about that in a minute. Lower bond yields are limiting losses in the S&P 500. T-bone yield falls. Remember, yield falls when bonds go up. They're inverse of each other. Where do you get it from? I get it from the first page, bar chart. I go to barchart.com and it's the first page. The first page, the post, the title post. Look right here. You go here, bar chart, and you go right here. And he updates it all day long. By the time I get it, they've already updated more like Mobley wasn't here when I talked about it this morning. And these earnings are coming out after the close. Maybe we'll have some time spreads today. We'll see. Remember, we do time spreads right before earnings, and we do anchors, weekly diagonals right after earnings. So we're almost getting to the point where we're going to have in the weekly cash flow a lot of goodies happening. You guys know in the pit, I'm always giving you guys time spreads during earnings. So that's we're getting into that season right now. And I'll talk about earnings and small caps and give you my watch list in the VIP room today. Okay? I promise. All right. All right. Okay. Oil prices fell on Wednesday after President Trump said Venezuela's authorities will give U.S. oil. What? Who would have thought? Who would have seen that coming? I told you 2 days ago, Fox and a henhound. It's like giving somebody your ATM machine and saying, "I'll be back next year." Trump said in True Social, he directed him. I mean, look at this, shameless. We're just taking it directly to U.S. dogs. That's what I told you 2 days ago when oil prices were going up. All right. All right. Thanks, Charles. I did not notice they were down over 1%. I'll look at it right now. And again, this is why we're going through this so we can iron out all the catalysts. So if anybody is surprised by this, you learned this from me 48 hours ago. I told you this 48 hours ago, right there. And not because I knew anything, because it was just so damn obvious. Index closed with the S&P notched record highs. This is fantastic. But don't get too excited. Look at the Nasdaq. No record highs. Look at Mags. No record highs. So don't get too excited just yet. Most chip stocks advanced. Excellent, excellent. I told you chips are the strongest sector this year. December global service PMI was revised downwards. What did Barkin say yesterday? He said yesterday that the outlook for monetary policy remains in a delicate balance. That's perfect choice of words. Conflicting pressures from rising unemployment and still elevated inflation. What? Our president says there's no inflation. Barkin added that interest rates are now within range of estimates for the so-called new. He's right. They are. They are. Following last year's policy easing, he's right. We're right back where we were a year ago. If we didn't start all this tariff stuff, we would have been here about 8 months ago. But it's irrelevant. We're here. At the same time, Moran said central banks will need to lower interest rates by more than a percentage point. He's still holding the economy. But no, it's not. It's not. Nothing's holding it back. Please, buddy. Did you see the GDP last 2 weeks ago? This guy's out of his mind. U.S. futures are pricing in an 83% chance of nothing happening, which is going to be 100%. There's nothing going to be happening at all. All eyes are on the ADP. We already saw that. And bonds are going straight up. Bonds are going straight up. I like this. I like this very much. Let's see what the market's doing. Yep, market's going straight up. I love it. I love when a plan comes together. Jolts, we have Jolts today. That's the other big report. That's coming out at 10 a.m. Please don't put on any big positions. This has nothing to do with small caps. Small caps are like in their own little world. But we do have job openings today, and we have ISM manufacturing PMI. Factory orders will be released. This is a delayed report. I'm not putting any attention on these delayed reports at all. Crude oil inventories are coming out today. They're not going to be important at all in light of all this Venezuela stuff that's coming out. And yes, if Venezuela did not have oil, we would not be doing this, just FYI. And if Russia didn't have if Ukraine didn't have natural resources, Putin wouldn't be there. Yes. All wars, folks, all acts of aggression in the last 60 years are caused by money. Just want you guys to know that. Notice nobody's trying to rescue anybody in Africa. Nobody's trying to save any the people of Africa from anything. Money, 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 money. I learned this from a international. I learned this in my last week of law school. I had international law and I had international immigration law, and the teacher was a judge, and he said, "Let me tell you something. In the last 50 to 80 years, nothing happens unless it's motivated by money." Okay? No immigration law, no political law, nothing happens politically, geographically, unless it's motivated by money. and he's 100% correct. Or drugs. Well, drugs, money. Yeah, well, drugs, money. Hello, hello. Drugs, money. Drugs and money is the same thing, right? Okay. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Europe is down only 0.12 this morning, taking a breather. Nothing really crazy going on there. After a series of record closes, energy stocks fell. What a surprise. After he said that he's going to be taking their oil from them. Or, excuse me, after we're going to be taking our oil away from them because we're in control. Luxury stocks slid as escalation between China and Japan dampened sector strength. China closed slightly higher. I'm not really seeing it. Oh, not overnight, they didn't. This is the overnight data. They're already lower. This is way past that. You hear that, Mia? No goodies from China for us. Closed slightly higher, strong traditional volume. Onshore turnover has increased since start of the year, hitting $2.8 trillion. Highest September, suggesting equity rally still has room to come. I hope so. Japan closed lower today as investors took profit following a rally, took the benchmark to a record high. Energy and utility stocks led the decline. Not a surprise. I'm not seeing anything about 1% or anything like that, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Deckers, remember I told you about a year and a half to 2 years ago that this was one of my favorite stocks, and then I said, Hoka is not going to be the company we thought it was going to be, and it's been going down since then. This is going to be the weakest stocks this year. And Humana, healthcare stocks, the two tech stocks right here. Yeah, it's always about the money, guys. It's always about the money. It's always about not South Africa, Rock. You're talking about the wrong part of Africa. Okay. Ooh, look at the SPY. We're above yesterday's close. We're not negative anymore on the day. We're now coming up here. It's very nice. Let me see what QQQ is doing. Nope, not yet. Still struggling. Can't get above yesterday's close. Look at this gap down. Can't fill this gap. I've got a lot of stuff that I haven't talked about yet, so I'm going to talk about it right now. Volatility. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We're still struggling to get into the 8-day. We're now 3 days touching the 15-day, which implies that we're probably going to go higher. Those calls you bought, Penny, those calls you bought on VIX, they may actually be end up. Are you making money on them, Penny? Let me know. Let me know if you're making money on those calls on VIX. Put the call ratio. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely about nothing. Okay? S&P 500, we're at new record highs. NASDAQ is struggling. You've got this symmetrical triangle. You see this? You got a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles need to tighten up. So we may see more tightening in the. I'd love to be wrong, and I'd love this to pop out through here. But right now, all you have is a symmetrical triangle here. See that? And symmetrical triangles can break out either way. So I'm not really loving this. I'm not loving this at all. At all. Okay. SMH still going high, still breaking out. Getting a little extended. Needs to cool off here. We do have the year-to-date VWAP, which I told everybody to change 2 days ago. It's holding well, but it should come down here. I'm waiting for semiconductors to come down to the 368 area. There are some strong semiconductors available. Bobby says no money on VIX calls yet. Still in. Yeah. I know Penny bought some a few days ago, or at least that's what I think she did. And so I was just curious. Oh, there she is. Not yet. I bought those calls with the idea of looking for VIX to climb later this month. Gotcha. You're looking for a big move. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. What I'm going to talk about in a few minutes may actually help your analysis, Penny. Russell is still looking great. This is the most interest rate sensitive sector, and it's still going up. We have a support area here right at 253.99. Let's see if this area offers some support. Rock, we were out of that trade yesterday. That was a quick day trade. We were scalping that yesterday. I'll have to look at it after the market opens, not right now. Send me an email, please. Thank you. Mags. So here's my beef. I have a beef. I have a beef with QQQ. And this needs to rally. Otherwise, you're going to see a blue chip rally and all the techs are going to be left behind. And look at mega caps. Mega caps are not looking good. We're not here. Let me move this. This right here, again, you have a ascending triangle here, which is nice, but this thing's got to it's got to it's got to really move. This thing consolidation here. What I'm trying to say is technically for this to break out and look at it on a weekly, it's really setting up on a weekly nicely. Look at that. Let me delete this crap here. See this ascending triangle on a weekly? Well, look how much more to go it has to fill in. It's a lot of space. And on QQQ, you still have this. So theoretically, for this pattern to complete, this has to get tighter and tighter. This has to get tighter and tighter. That's not something that looks to break out. Now, it could invalidate the pattern by breaking up or down, but theoretically, this pattern's been holding on a weekly basis. Look, not a monthly, sorry, weekly. Look, you got a nice weekly ascending triangle. So theoretically, it should break up, but you've got all this to fill up here. So this makes me a little cautious, okay? Makes me a little cautious. Okay, now let me give you a reason why you should come here every day. Remember, I already talked about crude oil 2 days ago that nobody talked about. Well, I've got another surprise for you. Ta-da! 1 month highs over 500. Now, remember how I always tell you guys, coming here is like a movie. You see the same series every day, and the parts change, but the actors don't change. Their lines change, but the actors are the same. Now, what do I always tell you guys what happens when we get over 500 on the 20-day breakouts? As the market is making new highs. Let's see if anybody can help me out here. What happens when we get above 450 usually? And I mentioned that yesterday when we were at 345. I said it looks like we're trying to get over 400, and you guys all know what happens when we get there. Do you guys see this? Now, I know there's like a 7-second delay here. That's right. Oh, we got almost 700 people here. It tends to cool off. It tends to cool off. It tends to cool off. Let me show you. Oh, there we go. The last time we had over 500 was December 11th. You see this? Look what happened the next day. In half, more than half. And then 205, 87. So we went from 522 on the 11th, going into Friday the 12th. And on the 16th, on Tuesday, between Friday morning and Tuesday night, we went from 500 stocks making 1 month highs to 87 stocks making 1 month highs. Today, we're at 513. Gee, let's think about that one for a while. Now, does this mean we're going into a bear market? Does this mean we're going to turn around? Does this mean we're going to have a crash? It doesn't mean any of those things. It just means we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. That's all it means. And we are getting ahead of ourselves. And QQQ is not participating, which is a red flag. So there's very little we can do on the SPY, which is 50% QQQ if the QQQ does not participate. And again, now, is this a guarantee? No, it could come for maybe another day, but we're getting overextended. We're getting overextended. How do you guys know this? Because you've been here for years and you've seen me showing this to you at least 30 times. And it happens every single time. Okay? Is anybody else showing you this morning? No, all your favorite analysts are probably saying, buy, new highs, buy. I'm not. This is danger territory right here. Notice all of my scalps were to the short side yesterday, or most of them were. I think we did like 6 trades in the pit. Yeah, of course. Just that's all this is. This is just a little bump. But it doesn't mean markets are going to drop. It just means we need to cool off a little bit. And this needs to increase. Is anyone showing you that in the morning today? No, I'm the only guy. Okay. So this is getting a little too much. And if you look at 90 days, we're getting over 300 stocks. That's really strong momentum, a little too high. Anything over 150, 200 is good. 300 is a little too much. And look at the lows, 31. I mean, it's too one-sided. You have 10 times the amount of momentum to the upside as you do to the downside. Okay? Good. Folks, how many times have we seen this song and dance before? What about sectors? Let's see if we're getting some sector. Let's see if technology is starting to come in. Isn't it easy doing the same thing every day? The data changes, but our analysis doesn't. So that's what I tell folks. You give me a month, you come here for a month, you'll be able to know. Look, I even organize my tabs the same way every morning to make it easier for you. I spend 40 minutes preparing every morning. Well, Mia helps me, but right now she's really tired. She's taking a little nap right here, as you could see. Hi, sweetie. But she helps me every morning. And I do it specifically in a very organized way to keep you guys on the same page, okay? On the same page. So let's see how many stocks are. Only 56% of stocks in the NASDAQ, only 56% of stocks are above the 50-day moving average. Not a lot. Look at the Dow, 70%, 73. That's very nice. So consumer staples we got to be careful for, utilities we got to be careful for, but things are looking pretty good in the technology sector. Infotech 51%, energy 50, consumer discretionary 67, not bad. Let's see where communication 61. It's getting better. It's getting better, but it's still not where it should be. This needs to move. This really, really needs to move. Can you show me for the past 90 days? No, I can't. I would have to, Harry, I would have to go back and click this thing 90 days back. I clicked it back about 20 days. I think it's enough. Harry, if you don't believe me, just ask 732 people in this room that have been here for a few years what happens every time it goes up to 500. If you don't believe me, just folks who some of you have been here for years. What happens every time that thing goes above 500? Just tell Harriam, please. I don't think Harriam trusts me. Just trust me. I have no reason to lie to you. I don't want to go I don't want to click this thing 100 times. Just trust me on this. I have no reason, Harriam. I have no reason to lie to you. No reason to lie to you. This is not a conspiracy, okay? We get more people trading with us when markets are bullish, not bearish. So anytime I say bearish, it turns people off. So it's not something I'm doing in my own interest. I'm just telling you the truth. Look okay, Harriam, look what Kirk says. Look what Ralph says. Look what Ralph says. Look what Murray says. Look what Frank says. Just want to see 90 for that day. I'm sorry. I'm a little. Can you go through the info you're looking for? Yeah, I don't want to get into all that right now. Okay. So sectors. Let's look at sectors. How are they looking? Well, semiconductors, Bitcoin, basic materials, and industrial. Retail is now coming up here. Guys, remember what I told you? Russell is up here. Interest rates. Look at how this looked 2 days ago. Look at how this looked 2 days ago. Look where Russell was. Look where retail was. Look where Russell and retail and QQQ and consumer discretionary was coming into Friday. This is coming into Friday. Look at today, 2 days ago. 2 days. Russell, mid-caps, retail. Wow, that's great. The problem is technology, QQQ, consumer discretionary, communication services. So interest rates seem to be moving, but tech is not. They used to move together. Now they're not. So interest rate sensitivity is moving in the right direction. Blue chips, and semiconductors. But the rest of technology, QQQ, technology, look at where we're at. This is usually leading. It's lagging. We're still, look, One, two, three, four. Four of the five sectors are on the bottom of my. That's not bullish. And when you have that with 500 stocks making make 500 stocks making 21 month highs, so you have 500 stocks making 1 month highs, and technology, as you could see here, can't get it up. That's not a good look for the market, folks. That's not a good look for the market. Okay. Nasdaq also, by the way, looks like it kind of petered out here. And TLT still moving up. This is great for the SPY. SPY is above yesterday's levels. This is yesterday's closing price right here. Look at QQQ. This is yesterday's closing price. Can't get it up. Let's see chips. Chips can't get it up today. This is yesterday's closing. But look at the Dow. Look at blue chips. Look at yesterday's closing and look at where it is. Look at SPY. This is that line. Look at where we're at. And then QQQ. Look at that line and where we're at. You see that? Not good. Not good. And again, this can just peter out and this will just continue being a channel in the spot. And I mean, mags look even worse. Look, we're below the 50-day. So we have a problem here. You have over 500 stocks making 1 month high. Mags are below the 50-day moving average, and all the technology sectors are on the lower end of the range. Gee, let's put that one together for a minute. You guys think we're going to go much higher, do you? Okay. All right. Let's think we're going to chop around a little bit. All right. Let me give you guys levels. Let me give you guys levels. And then I'll give you the large caps, and then we're gonna got to go to work. It's been working out real well. I've been getting to work. Yesterday, I got work on time, and we had so many of those small caps, so it worked out really well for me. Oh, this is going to be very hard to draw these levels. We got multi-levels today. Gonna have setting up for a choppy session. Okay. Okay, I can work with that. Let me post this for you. Overall, I feel very choppy today. I'm just being honest with you. Okay, SPY levels. And again, you should be able to click on it like I do right here. Let me show you. You should be able to click on it like I do right now and have it open up like this. So you should be able to see it just like this with all the levels like I do right here. Just see, just clicking on it right here. This is Telegram. You shouldn't have any problems there, okay? I'm not seeing any major regressions or anything like that, okay? Sorry about that, Aaron. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any regression. All I'm seeing is just chop today. That's all I'm trying to say because of the Nasdaq mostly. QQQ. Let's do QQQ levels here, right here, right there. And remember, if the levels don't work, don't blame me. Blame Clyde. He's the master blaster of these levels. Okay, let me give you these levels. Let me post them for you here. The cat was so happy to see my wife yesterday. You would think that I was abusing him or something. QQQ levels. And let's do SMH levels. Yes, SMH. These are my levels yesterday from SMH. Look at this. Pretty good. Should have went a little higher. All right. Feel like we're going to have some wide range today. Interesting levels. Very interesting levels today. They're usually tighter than this. Okay. Yeah, we don't need this. What we need is this. Yeah, okay. And what we need is this. Okay. Let me draw this. Let me give you these levels. Remember, I'm posting everything in the main Telegram channel, okay? Everything's going in the main Telegram channel. SMH levels. And let's do bond levels, okay? Oh, Russell 2000, IWM. That's right, Mia. That's right. I couldn't agree with you more. I have to keep her away from this room when Chewy's gets upgraded or downgraded. She takes the Chewy's data very seriously. She's vested. Cool. Glad you love him, Aaron. Glad you love him. Hey, Carla. You tried to use AI to read these numbers and it couldn't read them either. Uh, but Carla, I post them right here. Hey, Carla, if you send me an email, yeah, yes, if you just download the image and open it in your computer, it'll work. Or just send me an email and I'll forward them all to you. I want you to have them. So if you download them on your computer, you'll be able to open them in full size. Or send me an email and I'll forward them to you. Okay. Here's IWM levels and here are bond levels. But you should be able to download them. Right click and save on your computer and then open it in your browser and you should be good to go. I don't know if it's the same Carla or not. I don't know. The font bigger? The font is really big on my screen. Yeah, you know what I'll do? Hold on a second. Edit chart, font properties, plots, price style. You know what? I'll ask Matt, Carla. I'll ask Matt to make them bigger today for me. Okay? I'll ask him. But I mean, they're big. They're full size here from what I could see. Anyways, I'll ask Matt to make it bigger. Okay? A lot of levels for bonds today. Yeah, I want to make sure you have those levels. We had one Carla, but now we have two Carlas, but I don't know which one is which. Second monitor, everything will be easier to read. That's what I have. No screen capture. Well, that's what I did. I screen captured it, but then I'm posting it. But you can download. It's about this. It's about 8 inches. The picture is about this big. Okay. Let me know if you have a problem, Carla, or if not, just send me an email and I'll forward them to you. I want you to have this, but you should be able to download them. Those are nice levels for the bond market. I could definitely live with those levels. Okay. All right. Again, right now, look, this is full size, Carla. This is exactly the size that I'm seeing it on my screen right now. So it comes to exactly the same size. This is the size I'm seeing it on my screen right now. And my screen's about, I don't know, 20 inches. So it's about this big. It's about the size of a book. So I'm not looking at it on the screen. You can just open it and download it and open it on your computer. And you can actually enlarge it on your computer. You know that. You can make it bigger. Uh, so yeah, you can open it. You could do all that stuff with it, and you can make it three, four times bigger if you wanted to. Yeah. Thanks, Alex. To me, is not going to make any difference if the font is too small when I try to look at it. Huh, that's weird. Yeah, just use the magnifying tool. 77-inch TV. Huh, that's weird. I'll ask Matt to make the font bigger, Carla, today when I get to the office. Okay. Uh, yeah, I'll. You're not causing any trouble. I'll ask Matt to make it bigger. Okay. All right. All right. I'll ask Matt when I get into the office today. I'll ask Matt to get it bigger. I want everybody. Maybe other people are having the same problem. I don't know. All right. Shorts. Let me give you shorts on my watch list. No, it's not a support issue. I'll just ask Matt to make the fonts a little bigger. Netflix. Netflix short list. KHC. All the consumer staples look crappy, folks. All the consumer staples look crappy. Roblox. Hey, you guys may remember this stock from yesterday. Remember this? Yeah, I'm still bearish on this Roblox. Altria. You guys might remember these were all the scalps we did yesterday. Remember, I never give you a stock, even if it's a scalp, if it wouldn't make a good swing trade. See, Jim is having the same problem. Murmis is having the same problem as Carlos. So I'm going to second here. Okay. Oh yeah, Carla. Yeah. That's a good point. Hey, Jim and Carla, are you guys watching a 1080p? Just make sure you're watching a 1080p. That could be some. That could be an issue too. I just realized that. I can't see it at 720p. Woo! Wow. That's yeah. It's definitely a stock I would think about shorting. And SFM, it's been on our watch list on a short side for a year now. This stock has been on our short watch list for a year now. And look, looks like it's going to be on our watch list for another year. If I had a dollar for every time I gave you this stock as a short, I would probably be able to afford a brand new uh, food for Mia for a whole year. Long side, we're moving to the long side. And then I got to get out of here. Right above the VWAP, right there. You want it right above the 85, above 85. MasterCard. Yes, a PIT is the additional service. That's my yes. Oh, it'll get much better for you, Cheryl. I go through the same thing every single day. It's like watching a soap opera. You watch it one, two times, you don't know what the hell's going on, you don't know who the characters are, but you watch it every day. You'll know every word that's about to come out of my mouth if you do the, if you see me doing this long enough, which is exactly the point of this exercise. Marriott, I'm going to be late. I don't want to be late. Marriott, Bank of America, BAC. I like the financials right now. I like the financials. I do. And I like the chip stocks right now. And I like gold stocks right now, too, by the way. Barrick Gold and Newmont. And Newmont. They both look good. This looks good, and Newmont looks good. They both look good so far. Merck looks good. Airlines, LUV and Delta, they both look good. Sorry, I'm rushing a little bit. I want to finish this up so I can get to the office and do the small caps. Delta, the airlines look good. American Eagle looks good. And if I'm missing something today, I'll go over it in the VIP room at noon, guys. Remember, VIP room, where I'll be talking about how I use level stop losses on small caps. I'll talk about earnings, and SA tats. That's his last one. Let me give you links once again. A lot of good stuff. And maybe I'll even give you a free trade today in the VIP room. By the way, those free trades I've been giving you in the VIP room, their win rate has been over 90%. Don't know if you guys know that or not. And here is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. And again, the Trading View relative strength indicator I'm losing my mind for Pro Trader Scanner is now working for Trading View. Okay, maybe a time spread, penny. All right, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. If you need to reach me, my email is roger@rogerscott.com, and I'll ask Matt to make the font bigger, Carla. If I don't do it remind me at lunchtime. He'll be next to me at lunchtime. Remind me at lunchtime, please, and he'll do it. Pro Trader Dashboard, Trading View works perfectly. I got to get to the office and do the small caps. I'll see you guys later. Choppiness and possibly some weakness coming into today. No major weakness, just maybe a slight correction from yesterday's highs. Keep an eye on NASDAQ and the MAGs. Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic day. I appreciate each and every one of you